Hey, my name is Ray Flores. I'm a proud and loyal member of the First and 10 Tailgate. You're listening to First and 10 with my man, the main man, Vaz.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 37 and the season finale of season 1 of First and 10 with Foz. Can you believe it, man?
No, it's
how fast has this football season gone, man?
The blink of an eye, just like Christmas.
37 episodes, too, man.
Dude, wild.
It doesn't even feel like it, does it?
No, not even close. I mean,
well, we've been having so much fun with you guys, and we love doing it so much. It doesn't even feel like anything, just us bullshitting and having a good time. And
no doubt,
you guys have made it more special. We're going to take about a 3 or 4 month break here until around draft time. Me and Maxwell talked about it, and he's in agreement with me. We're not going to just fill episodes full of bullshit and potential what ifs and could be's and hypotheticals. If you guys follow my page, which most of you do, I hate that shit and I can't stand it. And it's wasted time and it's wasted energy talking about things that aren't going to happen. So I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to do that to you guys. So we're going to take a little break after tonight, but we'll get into that by the end of the show. So tonight we're going to go through the Bears and Falcons game breakdown, probably the funnest game of the season that I watched.
I had a blast. It was great.
I had a blast. It was awesome. I'm super happy. We'll get into that, some Bears news, and then the season finale with the Packers at Lambeau, and we have their biggest super fan that I could think of, and I was so happy. I was able to book them. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, but we got frozen Tundra on the show tonight, so super stoked about that. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always, so let's get into it, my friend. We have 2 Bears nominated to go to the Pro Bowl this year, my friend. We got Jalen Johnson and Montez Sweat, both very well deserved. What do you think?
Absolutely agreed. DJ Moore should be there too. But
dude, DJ, I had it written.
Close. Yeah, no, I didn't see if you did. But no, those two absolutely. I mean, Jalen Johnson came out so stronger in the second half. Montez Sweat, a complete game changer. So I mean, absolutely both deserved it, 100%.
In a normal wide receiving NFC year,
yeah,
DJ Moore would have been a lock. 1,300 yards. Yeah. But, dude, there's like 5 or 6 receivers above him, like approaching 2,000 yards, like CeeDee Lamb and A.J. Brown and Nakua from the Rams. And it's just like you look at the list of like the stats. I mean, it's Tyreek Hill from the AFC.
Yeah.
And like the next 5 leaders are all NFC. Like DJ Moore comes in like number 6.
It does beg the question why you only taking 5 receivers, maybe take 7. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's the Pro Bowl.
No, I know that. It's more of a certain. I want it more. I don't care about the game. Nobody's going to watch that. But like more of a ceremonial, like you're a Pro Bowler. I mean, it's something to write down on your next contract or resume. And DJ Moore, he's right there. I mean, I can't call it a snub because, like you said, those other guys on top of him had better years, but he should be there.
Logistically, I understood it, but
he should be there.
He has had a Pro Bowl season. Absolutely. I think we all can agree.
Yeah.
In a normal year, he would be there anytime with 1,300 yards and what he's done. Just not this year with the craziness that's happened.
Yeah.
Other than that, Tevin Jenkins had a baby girl. Did you see that on Facebook?
I did not. Congrats to him.
His wife delivered, or my favorite O-line man, personally.
Agreed.
Just had a baby girl, so congrats to him. And then we have a good idea of what the draft order is going to look like going into Week 18, my friend. So the Bears got that number 1 pick locked. It looks like number 10's a pretty solid landing spot unless some chaos happens this weekend. And we'll get into what we think we should be doing with both of those picks a little bit later in the show. But like we said, dude, the Bears-Falcons game was such a great time. They won, obviously, 38-17. 5 straight victories at home. 5-2 after week 10, dude. The Bears hit a spark the second end of the season, man.
Agreed.
And why couldn't they have hit it earlier?
Why couldn't they have won one of those games they should have won? And you're right now in the play. This could be a game to get into the playoffs right now.
3 games,
just one of them.
Fourth quarter, 99.7% chance of winning them. You should have won those games. You'd have 9 wins right now.
Think about like where we started from week 1 to now. And if the Bears cover one more of those games and win, you're talking going to Green Bay to play to get into the playoffs right now.
Yeah,
you beat Green Bay, you go to the playoff. Like, imagine how crazy exciting this game would be this weekend. And remember how terrible it was the first 8 weeks of this year to now. It's crazy how much it's flipped around just in the last 6 games.
The Bears that have been playing the last 2 or 3 weeks are the Bears that I expected to take the field week 1. Like, I knew with the players and the caliber they had and the talent they have, like, they were capable of doing what they've been doing.
Yeah.
I just didn't expect them to take over half, 3/4 of the season to really put it all together and get the machine working.
I mean, you could argue Poles didn't fully get Flus when he needed to make this team.
We needed that defensive end.
Listen,
at the beginning of the season.
Put the car together, did everything. They just forgot to put the ignition in, or they forgot to put oil in the engine. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they just didn't give him everything he needed. And once we added those ingredients, or that ingredient, Montez Sweat, look how quickly the shit's changed, man. It's crazy.
Well, dude, we also went from trying to turn Fields into something he's not, which is a pocket quarterback.
Dumb.
And we started working with him and his abilities and the strengths.
Yeah.
And you see it's paid off on the field.
Just like any good coaching staff should.
But let's get through the fun stats of the game, man. Let's start with the offense. Justin Fields, 20 for 32, 268 yards, 11 carries for 45 yards. He was blindsided on that fumble, but Braxton Jones thankfully was there. But dude, complete solid performance all around.
Absolutely, it should have been over 300 with Tyler Scott had caught that pass in the end zone, which he should have. Hey, rookie, I get it. Catching has been a little bit of an issue for him,
for sure,
and can't do that because that happens every week. But he played really well, really good. That's I'm not gonna say it's the best game I've seen Fields play, but it's the most exciting game I think I've seen Fields play.
We're approaching 40 games of Justin Fields in the NFL. And you would think normally anyone is done growing, done improving, done making strides at this time. But you still see Fields growing a little bit every single game. He's getting more comfortable in the pockets. He's getting through his reads better. His vision's improved, holding on to the ball, protecting the ball, and not giving it up or being reckless, when to run, when not to run. You've really seen still improvements happening game by game. And we'll get into what we think we should do with Mr. Fields after these. But, I mean, do a solid performance, dude. He really showed what we need out of the quarterback position in Chicago right now.
I agree. His elusiveness and his ability to keep the play going and create plays is as good as anyone in the NFL, maybe other than Lamar Jackson. So
the ability to run and be that dynamic of a runner on top of
it's just
even having a 60-70% good throwing arm is a dynamic combination.
I think Fields has an excellent throwing arm. The Fields' problem has always been consistency. And it's the old hobby bias thing with the Cubs, not to always go to Cubs references, but he does the incredible so easy, but he doesn't do the easy that well. Like it doesn't make sense. Like he can make the most ridiculous, incredible play, but then the consistency of quickly getting rid of the ball or holding out too long or making that quick pass seems to be a struggle, but it has gotten better. It has definitely gotten better.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have given up on him. I can't say I blame them because
I get every opinion about it.
You have an expectation at this point, this far into your NFL career, this many games, that you should be in a solid stride of your maximum potential. I mean, normal people are, but I don't think that's the case for Justin Fields.
And I think everybody kind of
slow learner
develops at his own pace. And I mean, at the same time, and this also goes to Eberflus, and I'm not going to just defend him all the time, but what did the Bears do last year? They tried to lose. That team was built to lose. Now, Fields showed improvement last year, definitely, but they were built to lose. They were built to be a 3-14 team. So, I mean, yeah, you could say, and I agree with you, he has had 40 games, but 18 or 17 of those were to be a really bad team. So, I mean, and also, the whole clock thing of, 30 games we should know for sure. I don't know. Does that even apply sometimes? Look at Geno Smith. Look at Alex Smith.
Is there a rule? I mean,
there isn't a rule. That's just the old NFL, like, this is what we got to do, and now we got the number 1 pick, so now we got to take Caleb Williams or whatever. Any NFL team, not just the Bears. You know, if he is on the upswing and he is developing, you know, what the hell are we even talking about?
I think you compare and expect, like, the best quarterback or the guy to be like Mahomes, just coming out first year and just being Johnny on the spot. And the guy, because he's the guy, we're going to the Super Bowl year one.
Just so rare.
Guy.
Yeah.
And that is so rare.
It's beyond rare.
It's
beyond rare. Look at go through the last 5 years, anybody out there, and look at all the quarterbacks taken in the first round and start looking at some. Half of them have washed out. Yeah. The other half of that, quarter of that is never really developed into anything. And then the next quarter, like 10% of that quarter is elite. Like it's just. And some of them are still getting better. Trevor Lawrence is still getting better. I mean,
I challenge anyone. There's 32 teams right now currently in NFL. Give me 10 elite franchise quarterbacks in the NFL.
Currently playing, no.
Playing, yeah.
Yeah,
there's 32 teams, man. Yeah. So you're talking about we are saying we want something, we need something, we have to have something that every team wants, and less than 30% of the NFL actually have the chance of achieving.
I think Brock Purdy at best is a B+ quarterback. Like a 3.5, 4 out of 5. You can win the Super Bowl with a quarterback like that if everything around you is good.
That's a lightning strike. That's a lottery win.
What I'm getting at is, like, you don't have to be Patrick Mahomes to win the Super Bowl.
Sure, no.
You can be a good quarterback that gives just enough to where your team that is good around you can win a Super Bowl.
Dude, the Bears have a beefed up defense and can hold the offense to under 21 points every game.
Sure.
And we can put up 21 to 28 every game.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all we need.
You should be able to.
Yeah. That's not far-fetched, and you don't need the next Tom Brady to do that.
And look how piss poor the NFC is. I mean, the Bears are going to be 8-9. They're like barely going to miss on a playoff spot. Exactly. Like, they should be in there right now.
Exactly. So going into receiving, DJ Moore, beast as always, made so many fun catches on Sunday. 9 receptions for 159 yards. I love that, man. Dude.
Oh, absolutely.
He's grown on me so much, dude. Every game, every play, like even his press conferences, dude. I mean, he's just a great all-around guy, dude. He's a great athlete. He's a great receiver.
He's a hell of a football player.
He's
a hell of a football player.
Dude.
And yeah,
we are very lucky to have him in Chicago.
No doubt about it.
And you ask any Carolina Panther fan, because I've talked to them, they're all upset when he left. So we are very privileged to have that man here, dude.
A number 1 wide receiver that plays football tough and hard, doesn't blow his fucking mouth off every week, and keeps to himself and just gets down to business, doesn't make mistakes. It's a fucking rare thing in the NFL, man.
Exactly. A non-prima donna, awesome wide receiver.
I'd start extension with him now if I could.
Khalil Herbert on the ground again, dude. Back-to-back 100-yard weeks, 18 carries for 124 yards, dude. Dude, him and
Roschon
Johnson, and then Foreman. Dude.
Yeah, Dante Foreman.
What a lethal trilogy of running backs when they're all healthy, dude. I mean, you bring in Roschon Johnson and Foreman for certain things, dude. And obviously, Khalil Mack is showing healthy that he is your starting quarterback. I mean, him and Foreman could probably bout it out if you really get down to details. But, dude, like, they're both top quality, my friend.
Yeah, Khalil Herbert obviously looks a lot more healthy now. He's running with a lot more speed.
Yeah, they were talking about all the injuries. He's
that period there when he came back for a couple weeks, he didn't look himself. He's looking a lot more like himself. I still look at that and, like, I mean, at every team we should have had Christian McCaffrey, but a healthy. But, like, yeah, like running back, you can get by. Like, yeah, I wish the Bears had like that dude and then a Khalil Herbert was his backup, but they don't. And it's the Bears always seem to. That's one thing I'll give the Bears credit for. They always seem to find 2 or 3 running backs that can get the job done really well, no matter what. So kudos to them on that.
Oh, dude, most definitely happy with our running back situation right now. Overall, dude, we put up 37 points on the number 10 ranked defense in the NFL.
On my
Falcons defense is no joke. Now, mind you, I think the weather situation, like the 49ers game last year, they're playing a dome. I mean,
I don't think. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think that Falcons team is a quarterback away from being a damn good team. There's so many weapons on that offense, man.
There are. Bijan Robinson is no joke.
Yeah,
dude.
You plug a decent quarterback. You plug Brock Purdy in Atlanta. They're fighting for a play. They're in the playoffs right now. I guarantee it. Yeah. So that was a good team that you beat, and you beat handedly. I mean, that wasn't a close game. You ass whooped them. You boat raced them throughout that entire game.
Exactly, and that gets into our excellent defense, man. I mean, Admin, Stevenson, and Brisker all with 5 tackles, dude. Dexter Senior, bro.
Like seeing him.
What a rookie, man. He's really making a name for himself.
Him and the other guy you just mentioned, Tyreek Stevenson. Yeah. I love watching both the development of both of them.
They're rookies, dude. They're rookies.
I think Stevenson this is the 4th highest targeted corner in football.
Yeah.
And his efficiency is really fucking good. He's gotten way better with each week.
Well, yeah. What are you gonna throw at the Jalen Johnson?
Of course not.
Yeah, where are you going?
But Stevenson has held his own more than enough. I mean, you don't see him get burned a ton. He plays real physical.
Yeah. I mean, beginning early season,
sure, a rookie quarterback, it's going to happen. But he's gotten better each week, and he stayed healthy, and he's been really good. I really like him, and Gavon Dexter too. Seeing him grow to possibly, hopefully, be in your 3 technique in the middle there. That's excellent.
They really game plan the Falcons, and you can tell by the play calling about doubling Montez Sweat and not letting Sweat get to the quarterback. And the rest of that line really stepped up.
Absolutely, as you
with
should.
That game
because then you got you all got to beat one guy then.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
as you absolutely should. Yeah, it just shows every week we talk about it, and we'll keep harping on it until we can't. Montez Sweat just makes such a difference, man.
Yeah. Stevenson had 2 interceptions. Edwards, Gordon had – dude, Gordon's pick where he came out and did that Spider-Man backflip, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was amazing, dude. That was so cool, dude. I was freaking out, dude.
The Bears secondary is great.
Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. And I think Tyreek Stevenson won NFL Defensive Player of the Week.
Yes. I forgot to mention that.
No, that's all good. I just heard about it on the way over. Dude, yeah, that secondary, when they're all healthy, is so strong, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm really, 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 really happy with our defense right now. If we pick up another defensive end on top of Sweat, dude, or
somebody else in the middle.
Yeah, another linebacker.
Your actual 3 technique and move Dexter next to him. I mean, you're talking a hell of an offensive
you're talking
defensive
a very scary defense you're going against.
Agreed.
So, yeah, dude, it was a super fun game. Absolutely loved it. Wish it meant more at this time of the season.
Yeah.
But, again, given the shit we dealt with earlier on in the year, I like the Bears going out with a bang, what they've been doing these last couple of weeks. And like I said earlier, I knew that this was the team that was on the field earlier in the year, and I wish they just could have got it together sooner than they did, because they've had this ability and this talent all year long, man, and they just couldn't put it all together. They couldn't fit the pieces together. And they finally do when it doesn't fucking mean anything, right?
But
in true Bears fashion.
On the flip side of the coin, they didn't let go of the rope. They're actually still playing hard.
Yeah.
So they could have easily been what the Chargers were a couple weeks ago when they got absolutely butt whooped on Monday Night Football or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They're still playing hard. They're still – I mean, the Falcons needed to win that game to get the playoffs. That was a must-win game for the Falcons, and the Bears went out there and just stomped them.
Yeah.
I mean –
they're still fighting with Tampa. They're still an ability.
I think they're done now. I think, technically they're eliminated. I
thought they were like 11%. They have like 11%.
Like, they have to win. Tampa has to lose, and somebody else got to lose. But, like, they're basically where the Bears were 2 weeks ago. Correct. But, like, they needed to win that game to have control of their own destiny. Now they need a whole bunch of shit to happen. But,
100%.
Like, to come out, needing to get a playoff win, and you get – I mean, Tyler Heineke, oh, my God. That guy. I mean, they made him look like a fucking junior high football player out there. I mean, he looked awful.
Yeah, dude. That whole situation with Heineke and Ritter is
that's wild.
I don't even know why you'd be going with Heineke when you're trying to develop your rookie quarterback that you have, and they must not have very much faith in him.
I think I heard them bring that up, though. I mean, they probably gave him the old ultimatum: you don't win out, we don't make the playoffs, you're fired. So he goes with the veteran guy instead of developing, even though he told the kid you're playing the rest of the year, and then 2 weeks later yanked him.
Sure. Yeah, respect the move, man.
I guess. Yeah.
What have you done for me lately, Lee?
Terry Bradshaw didn't respect the move.
Terry Bradshaw doesn't respect a lot of things. He's very.
He went in hard on the Falcons coach. You don't hear him do that much.
No. So with everything being said, Fields, man, that's the big topic. That's the big rumor mill right now in Chicago. Are we keeping him? The trade offers. We can get so much for him. Are we drafting Caleb Williams or Drake from Carolina? What do you think currently right now as of today after watching Fields today? I know you were get rid of him before, but kind of changed your mind a little bit?
I don't know if I was ever fully get rid of him. It was more of just, I don't know if this is the dude. I mean, I still honestly don't know for certain. I'll say this, the last couple of weeks have definitely turned me to the area of I think you keep him now, especially if you're going to keep this coaching staff. And I guess on the other way to look at it too, like if this team finish, let's say they win and they finish 8-9, this is almost a playoff team. Do you want to go into next year now having to develop a rookie quarterback with a team ready to win?
There's been talks of members on the team saying if they get rid of Fields, that
there's that too. So like if you,
rumor mill.
If you draft a quarterback, you have to get rid of Fields then because your locker room might fucking mutiny.
Well, your locker room's ready to win right now. And
that's what I'm saying. There's that too.
And a rookie quarterback.
I mean, just the athletic ability of Fields is has always never been a question. It's so tantalizing. And, we saw in Atlanta, he put a lot of it together. And then he also played a really good game, a very fluid game on top of that. I mean, I'm leaning towards, I guess, keeping him. But here's the thing.
Like everyone wants the man. And when you say the man, you think Tom Brady, you think Patrick Mahomes.
Sure.
Justin Fields is not the man. Caleb Williams is not the man. Drake from Carolina is not the man.
Yeah.
Any quarterback you replace Fields with is not going to be the man. Fields, though, is better than all those people that I just named outside himself and whatever else we could possibly replace him for in a trade.
I think so. I mean, I think he's way more talented than any of them. I mean,
exactly.
Anyone don't want to?
Do you keep with the best that you could have? Like, is he the man? No, but there's no one better around him.
But I mean, I see improvement, so I think he can be. Like, I don't know if the correct coaching is here to move him as much forward as we'd like to see too. I mean, that's the next question.
Yeah.
The thing is, I really like Justin Fields as a person. I really like him a lot, and I'm really rooting for him hard. I'm not trying to let that cloud. But I mean, he played a damn good game against Atlanta, against a good team. And like, if he comes out this week and he balls against Green Bay too, against a team that's you could potentially, it is a playoff team right now.
We're looking for consistency right
Consistency
now.
is what I want from Fields. It's never the question of the ability; it's the consistency.
All right, let's get through some of the comments here. Ready to spoil the Packers season.
Fucking A.
We got Frozen Tundra coming on here in a few minutes. He's backstage getting cold for us right now. Bear down. Let's fuck the Packers up. Oh, no. We got Roddy Bears fans out there. I like it. DJ, the second coming of Steve Smith, man. Hell yeah, dude. For sure. Love it. We want Fields. Dude, I want Fields too, man. I want Fields too. Keep him. Alberto, Chicago Bears fans forever. What's up, brother? Love you to death, man. Traded number 1, 2, and 3 and still draft.
No, I mean, you're getting Marvin Harrison not past 2. So, I mean.
I don't think I think Arizona's
keep Kyler Murray. I think they're definitely keeping. So,
if you keep that one pick and don't trade it, you get Marvin Harrison Jr. If you don't keep that one pick and you don't want a quarterback, you could trade that first pick and just
2. That's
beef up the best of. Oh my God, we could get so many picks.
I mean, yeah, or you could trade with. I think is it going to be New England or Washington at 2?
Oh yeah, this is the rumor mill scenario. We're not going to be talking
about. No, but I mean, it's fact
yeah.
like Washington, New England are going to be 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure. So.
Yeah, dude, tons of things could happen, dude. Like, look at the draft last year. So many things happened that nobody in a million years thought was going to happen with all those trade ups in the first round. So.
No doubt. I mean, you could take. Well, whatever. It is what it is. We'll find out soon enough. But if you have 2 picks in the top 10, you're getting 2 fucking excellent players. And if one of them is Marvin Harrison, the other one's got to be a lineman.
Yeah, we will find out shortly, my friend. See, Facebook user gets it. We can win with Justin Fields.
Oh, I think you definitely can win with Justin Fields.
Yeah. So real quick, and we can get into it later on too, a little bit after Frozen Tundra. Gutsy, is he gone or is he staying?
I don't know.
I'm gone.
I
don't think you can justify it to anybody.
I don't want him, but I just don't know. I mean, with this report now of Ian Rappaport put out that Flus is going to stay, or he thinks he's safe.
I think Flu is going to stay and be safe, but I don't think it's going to mean that Gutsy.
I'm not saying necessarily. The thing with Luke Gutsy is he's really good at planning for the game.
Yeah.
He's just a bad in-game offensive coordinator. Like his scripted plays at the beginning are good.
Yeah.
Are really good. It's like once you get going after like the third drive, like where like the other team adjusts or halftime, that's when he gets real questionable as an offensive coordinator. I think the potential is there for him to be good, but I don't want him around, but I don't know what they're going to do.
So Flu, you think he's going to stay to them?
I don't want him around, but I mean, anyone can coach Lovey's defense.
We can get into it a little bit, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, if they're reporting that, I would surprise. Listen, he has an argument to stay, I think.
Yeah. A couple of things before we bring on Frozen Tundra and get into our interview with him. One thing I found I thought was super crazy was the scary comparison to the 2022 Lions where they were and where we are this season, dude. I mean, the stats, the scenarios are close to identical, dude. Which gives me hope, dude, because the Lions are kicking ass right now, dude. And
sure.
They have a solid squad, and I'd love to be them next year, who they are this year. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that and the right moves are made. And then something I saw that I didn't like too much, man. It kind of made me mad, but I'm sure Frozen Tundra is all happy about it backstage, is Jordan Love's rookie season passed for more yards already than our all-time leader, Eric Kramer, in his first season, man.
That's about right.
If that doesn't scream lifetime quarterback problems, what does, man? What
PTSD
does?
for being a
He's
Bears
probably
fan.
still going to have another 200-300 yard game versus the Bears.
Probably.
So let's just get onto that stat. All right, everyone. So, like I said, I've booked Frozen Tundra out earlier in the season. We're super happy to have him on the show. Everyone, welcome my guy, Jeff, the Frozen Tundra. What's going on,
hey,
Jeff?
Guys.
What's up, man?
Thanks for having me aboard.
Oh, dude, love it, man. Thank you for coming and agreeing to be on, man. We worked out all the technology issues. We're good to go, brother.
Yeah, that's good. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, perfect.
Good deal.
Perfect.
I'm fighting that flu bug that's sweeping through the Midwest, so my voice is a little more raspy right now.
Oh, dude, you're all good, my friend. Sounding like
okay.
Let's get into it, my friend. Everyone knows the crazy outfit, but let's talk about the man behind him. Obviously, you've been a Green Bay Packer fan your whole life. Is this correct?
Yeah, I would have to say probably 7 years old when I'd seen my dad screaming at the TV all the time, either throwing a shoe at it or jumping up and down, one or the other. So, it helped back in the days. My favorite color was green. It always was when I was a kid. And, at that young age, you don't know what's going on football wise. Really, you just see your dad or someone getting excited over a game on TV. And one thing leads to another. You see their uniforms are green. You see dad getting excited over his football team. And I just, as you get older, you just followed it more and more. And yeah, now I've been a Packer fan for, oh my gosh, 50 plus years.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Yep.
So when did you first start going to the games? When did you take your fandom to the next level as far as I'm at home watching the games, hanging out with friends, to where like, hey, I'm going to start going to the games more often. I'm going to maybe look into season tickets and make this a thing.
Yeah. I would have to say, most back in the 70s wasn't a good time for the Packers. It was a horrible time to be a Packer fan, but we lived through it. And in the 80s, I was more or less watching it every game, TV. By the 90s is when I started buying tickets for the games. I started going out and buying six games a year online, which was costly because at that time when Favre came in and the team started doing great, you were paying $300, $400 a seat to go see these games. And
I don't know how the prices don't go down when they're bad, right?
No, and the economy gets worse too, and you still got to pay top dollar.
It doesn't work that way. It's not the opposite.
It's horrible. And then my calling came back in the early 2000s when a guy from CBS Sports came and did an interview with my hats, because I carve all these novelty hats for people around the country and different teams and everything. And he invited me on the field. This was back in 2001, 2002. And he goes, "You want to be our guest on the field?" I said, "What do I do?" And he goes, "Just hang out on the sideline." I thought, holy crap, I'm going to be on Lambeau Field watching this game.
That's awesome.
So I just, with the creativity I had, I said, I've got to do something. What can I do? I've got to surprise him with something. What hasn't been done at Lambeau Field? Well, it's known as the Frozen Tundra. So I came up with this crazy idea to why not make myself look frozen, cold. And I showed up at the time I was supposed to show up at that game. It was against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a noon game. And when I walked in, they were just floored by what I did. It's nothing compared to what you see me now. It was a third of what you see me now, but they were so floored by what I did that they said, we've got to get this guy. We got to show this guy on TV. This is really cool. So that made me think, wow. And then the fans started reacting to it and people were like, wow, that is really cool. So that got me going or whatever. And then as I got to know CBS Sports, they invited me every year back onto the field. And then they're friends with Fox Sports. And then that guy invited me on the field to work with the remote camera guy. So I got between 10 and 15 years of going back and forth on the field working with these guys. And I also had my own seat that I would buy online until I would have to say 2005 or 2006. I decided to ask the guy in the seat that I always bought online. I said, "Hey, are you the owner of these seats? Because I buy these about 3 or 4 times a year from you." And he goes, "No, but I bought the seats from the guy this season and his name is so-and-so." And he told me his name and I thought, well, what the hell? So then I'm like, okay, I remembered that name. I got home that night and I called everybody in the phone book underneath that name in Wapaka. I just called everyone. And luckily,
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, it was. I went through, and his last name was a common name. And I went through probably 15 different people. And finally, he said, yes, this is him. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, you've got to do me a favor, please. I want to get these tickets from you. I want to go to every single game from now on. And
you don't know who you're talking to, but I'm Frozen Tundra. You've seen me a few times before, I think.
Well, with that brought up in the conversation or whatever. And when he goes, okay, he goes, well, obviously you know where my seat is. And I explained how I got it. And I said, I sit there when I'm not on the field working with CBS or Fox. And I'm the guy that wears the ice. I'm the Frozen Tundra man. And he was all for that. He just thought, wow, I got Frozen
hello,
Tundra.
sir. nice to hear from you, sir.
So it worked out really good. And now for the last, 15, 16 years now, I've been all the games with his tickets.
It's amazing.
You just blew half of the people's minds watching about phone books and like answering phone calls. Like,
yeah.
Everyone under 30 is like, what's a phone?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. So I was very fortunate with that and stuff. But so that's when I just started. I've been going to the games ever since the 90s, but it's nice to know that every single game that you got your seat for it, so.
I'm 39 and I can vaguely remember one season where the Packers weren't good and it was like Don Majkowski was still the quarterback. What's it like having a winning franchise for 38 straight years?
Yeah. Let's not bring that up again.
Tell us about it.
No, we don't.
Better yet, do you understand why we hate you guys?
No, I understand that. And honestly, the rivalry, it's a media thing too. The media likes to spread it that it's really a big, big rivalry. If you know it like you guys do, you go to the games, you know that it doesn't matter. You're friends with every rivalry.
Yeah, 100%.
Fans get along great. It's just the media outlook that they have to have that rivalry part or whatever. And yeah, it is. Okay, since 1921 is it or something like that? It's been a long time. But I respect every Bear fan that comes to Lambeau Field. I mean, we all get along. Everybody gets along. Viking fans, Lions fans.
100%.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good stuff or whatever. So when we say rivalry, it's not spit in your face and that stuff or whatever. It's just
we're not Eagles fans.
Right. Yeah. Now I know that I've heard that they're pretty rough or whatever at home and stuff like that.
I've seen so many videos of people like visitor fans recording their experience and it's god awful, man. No. And I was listening to your conversation too about Fields and whatever. And I agree. I think right now with you guys, you're gelling right now at the time when you're supposed to be. You shouldn't let Fields go and think, no, we're going to start with a new quarterback next year. Not when the team is doing the way they're doing right now. I mean, honestly, I really do. I think it's a bad time to get rid of him. I think you see what's in the draft for next year. You see, what you can pick up that way or whatever. But, your team is gelling just like, both teams have been up and down all year. You start out a lot, slow. You're getting better. We were a roller coaster through the whole season. And thank God we got Love right now because that's just a rarity that we found a quarterback that can replace a Favre and a Rodgers back to back to back. It's like, you got to be kidding me here, Now it's early. Bullshit. Excuse me.
It's early.
Bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
It's
three good quarterbacks in a row, man. That's crazy.
I know. And I'm
don't like
just
it
like
at all,
you guys are because it's hard to believe,
Yeah.
But I'll take it. I mean, it just makes for a better game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you take it and run all day, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says about it.
Sure.
So Jeff, why don't you tell us about all your years of being a Packers fan? I'm sure you've seen so many cool games and so many things happen at the field and playoff games and the Super Bowl years. Like, what sticks out to you right now as maybe one of your top memories of being Frozen Tundra, being at the Packers game, and what game was that and what happened?
Well, the latest one here was when I was surprised by security that Simone Biles, and I know you know that, Foz, Simone Biles ended up wanting to meet me, which was kind of neat. So I'm like, well, she wanted to meet me or she wants to meet Frozen Tundra, man.
Hold on a second, Frozen Tundra, because I don't have a video.
No, you don't.
What a pleasure to meet you. You are the greatest of all time. I had to make you something, okay? You are the GOAT.
Oh my God.
This is for you. This is for you. We can't let your husband out of the picture.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so awesome, man. It's so awesome.
So, I mean-
Simone Biles, dude, one of the greatest gymnasts ever.
That's one of the best Olympians ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. So how exactly did that all get started? Was it a social media thing or?
No. I just went to the game prior to that game. I think it was the Chargers game, and one of the security guys got in touch with me. You go, Simone Biles was here, and she wants to know if she can meet you. And I said, absolutely. And you're going to be here for the Chiefs game Sunday night? And I said, yeah. And so that's all I know. And then I came back and I told my wife, Simone Biles wants to meet me. And she goes, I babysit for 2 kids that are gymnastics. Could you please get a picture signed for them?
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. If I do that, I can't be tacky. I got to make something in return, a gift for a gift.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to just make her a couple of those hats. But then when I got up there, I walked past the NBC, Sunday Night Football trucks, and I know the guy who's in charge of all that and whatever. And he walked by, and I said hi to him, and he took me in his truck and let me meet some of the crew inside. And he goes, what do you got in the bags? And I said, well, I got something for Simone Biles. And he goes, well, I'm glad you said something, because he goes, we're in charge of the network on the grounds, and we got to make sure everything's legit with what's going in.
Sure.
So then they had security, take the bags from me, and I went to my seat, and they allowed me to take the bags to my seat. And I stood there, and I didn't know really what was going on until finally one of the security people came up to me and said, hey, give it 10 minutes. We'll have her down here or whatever. So they're coming to me. I didn't have to go to her. So that worked out really well.
That's awesome.
But that was something that's going to stick out in my mind for a long time. I mean, there's so many different things with Frozen Tundra and stuff that I was able to meet different people. And I guess I'm just part of their experience when people come and fans come to Lambeau Field. That's
you're part of the culture, man. You're like how Bearman is for us. In Chicago,
Don Wagner. I love Don. He's a super guy.
Don's my guy, dude. I'm proud to call him a friend.
You got good fans. You got Bear Mysterio. You got Shuffling 85 Kirk.
Yeah, dude, most definitely part of our 1st and 10 tailgating crew, which next time you're out in Chicago for the Bears-Packers game, you got to come party with us, brother. We need Frozen Tundra at the lot.
Yeah, you got a good crew going. I'm telling you. Your podcast, I've been watching some of it too. Before this, I really wasn't aware of your podcast, and I've been, ever since I was invited to the show, I watched them. But you guys have a good show. You guys really do a good job.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate it, my friend. We work very hard at it. We do.
Yes.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate everyone who watches.
Absolutely.
You guys are the best. So, Jeff, let's talk about the Frozen Tundra outfit, man, because I'm looking at it, dude, and let's talk man hours making that. And let's just talk about, like, getting ready for the game, like, to go from Jeff, the normal-looking guy right now, to Frozen Tundra. How long is that process?
Yeah, you got to get psyched up for it. It's only because it's you get up early. Okay?
Turn on the Rocky soundtrack. And like,
it's one of these things that it's a long day. I got to fast. I can't eat or drink anything for 12 to 14 hours every time I go, because my upper lip is glued to my lower, and I got a snot sickle coming out, and that's glued to my chin.
Yeah, we saw that.
And I can't move. I can barely talk. If I'm like this, I can barely talk, but I sound really stupid. But so I can't eat or drink. And it takes about an hour to hot glue up my face. So that's all hot glue that goes to my skin, and it goes down. And I think it's anywhere between 18 sickles and 24 sickles that cover my face. And then once that's dried and that's all on there, then I take Vaseline. I have to pack my face and everything with Vaseline. And then I take snow crystals and I douse my face with snow crystals to give it the glistening and the glare. And that's pretty much takes about 1 hour to get ready before I go up to Lambeau. But on the ride up, it's a lot of fun, because when you're in 41 and people don't know and they're driving by you, and they look at you through your car window. they back up, they take
this fucking guy.
So it's a lot of fun. But and then when you get to the parking lot, you've got to dress into the outfit. It takes me about maybe a half hour to get ready into the outfit, but It's fun. The most difficult part about getting dressed in the parking lot is when you're in the parking lot, you've got all these fans around you that are waiting to get pictures with you. They're waiting for you to get dressed.
I can
up.
imagine, dude. I imagine
And
Bearman's like a photo booth when he's at the game the entire time.
Yeah, and I don't mind it at all, but I just wish that they would just can I just get ready, because it kind of gets me more like on edge if I got these people all waiting and watching how I'm doing everything. But that's all part of it. You're in the parking lot, and you don't have privacy when you do it. So you get used to it after all these years. But I'm just glad
hard being a celebrity, man. It's hard being a celebrity.
Well, for that, yeah, and it's really nice because when I don't dress like that, I'm incognito. Nobody knows who the hell I am. I just go right to my seat and I sit down, and I can get up and take a pee and go eat something, come back, and nobody cares. But as soon as I get up off that seat at Lambeau and I take one step up, I get pictures, and you can't go anywhere. It's just it's insane. But I don't mind it because I know it's part of the fan experience, you know.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But and now I think that's what drives me more and more to do it, because it is a pain, because like I said, and I'm always the first to be at the stadium and I'm always the last to leave. Because at the end of the game, then you got everybody lined up down all the way to the concourse, wanting to get their photo op with you and whatever. And then security always, I'm the last that they kick me out there. Come on, we got to get going. We got to get out of the stadium. And then by the time you get out, I mean,
just tell them, give me the keys, I'll lock up.
Yeah. So if it's a 3:25 game, I get home at midnight. If it's a 7:30 Sunday night football game, I get back at 4 in the morning, because I got to cut that crap out of my face at nighttime in the dark in the car. And that's with I use an X-Acto blade. I take fingernail polish remover. I have to douse my skin, let it soak. Then I take an X-Acto knife and a small little scissors, and I just slowly cut away and try to get that off. And it's eye-watering. I get tears. I swear. I mean, I'm like, why the F am I doing this stuff?
Man. And we've talked to a lot of super fans.
Yeah, nothing like this.
Season,
no,
dude.
nothing like this.
I've gotten to meet a ton who haven't even been on the show.
No.
I can't think of a more hardcore, elaborate.
Now, I was going to say,
serious,
this is we're talking to a real method actor here.
Yeah,
dude,
for real.
That's wild.
That
man.
is dedication, my friend. To the
and it's because of the fans and how I make.
It pays off, man. You look fucking badass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
I don't like the Packers. I hate you guys, but you're fucking badass, Jeff.
I appreciate that. Well, it makes me feel good when you've got the opposing team fans coming in. They want to take pictures with you as much as your regular fans do, and that's really important to me. That's neat. That's just showing respect, and that's kindness. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm glad that I'm able to make people happy, and that's what keeps me going doing this. You know, I'm on my 22nd year of doing this. This will be my 22nd year this year.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get easier. Older you get.
Nothing gets easier the older you get, I'm learning.
And you sit on a metal bleacher seat in the winter at Lambeau, and that's just all part of it. Otherwise, I don't know how much longer I'll be doing it or forever, but as long as my health is staying good, I'm just going to keep pushing forward and doing it. So
we got to get there's got to be a listener out there that's got to be some kind of ties to Hollywood makeup.
Dude, for real.
That can hook you up a little bit easier. Get going.
Need Tom Savini in here.
Holy cow, man! You blew my mind.
I've tried the beards. People tried, do the elastic around the ear and a beard and whatever. And the weight of the hot glue, it's about a pound of hot glue, and the weight sags it down. Doesn't look even authentic or close. I'm an artist. If I do my headwear and my foam hats that I've created throughout all the years, I'm an artist that way, and I like to have everything look as real as possible.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's just me. I'm anal that way. So I don't think anything fake would work for me. During the COVID year when we had to do a mask, we had to wear masks in there. I had no choice but to hot glue them onto a mask, and it looked so stupid. I went to one game. I said, I'm not going anymore. I'm not doing it if I got to do it. I'd rather go through the pain, and that's all there's to it. So, yeah,
dude, it is awesome, man. And everyone I told, Bears fans, everyone knows the Frozen Tundra, man. And
I appreciate that.
What you're going through, man. Like,
I'm going to pay even a higher compliment. My dad knows who you are, because this is the only time you're the only guy my dad says, "Holy cow, look at this fucking guy at the stadium." And he says that every time he sees you on TV. So he doesn't say that about anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. His old man's old, so he doesn't talk about people like that.
It kind of helps that the internet is out there too, because your image gets around the internet, like, I mean, worldwide, and not like, back in the days when, if you didn't see TV, you're not going to see who it is. So it's everywhere now. And, but like I say, I still enjoy it.
Well, dude, we hope awesome. I never want to see a day we play the Packers and frozen Tundras out there.
Yeah, I won't watch the game.
Yeah, I appreciate that, you guys.
Usually I don't want to watch the game anyway, but
we don't want to watch the Packers win, but you're pretty cool, Jeff. You're okay.
Well, hey, this is going to be a good game. I know
it's going to be.
Yeah, well, let's get into this game. You stole the words right out of my mouth, my friend. So I called this earlier on in the year that this game is going to be a playoff ruining situation for someone. And now the stipulations are, if the Bears win on Sunday, we're knocking the Packers out of the wild card. So, Jeff, how are you feeling going into Sunday's game? And what's your kind of overall thoughts about how the game's going to go?
I feel really good. I feel confident now just because of what we just did to the Vikings and how we did it. Barry, our defensive coordinator, has been up and down. There's so many people that want him out. And then it turns around and he does a great game against the Vikings. It's like, man, what do you do? It's like you're with you and Fields. One game, great. The other game, come on. We need
consistency, my
That's
friend.
the name of the game in the NFL this year, man. It's up and down every week. It's crazy.
It is. It's been a roller coaster the whole year. It's just an unpredictable season, but I like the way that Love has been playing. He's been showing that he is going to be our quarterback for the future. I know this game, we've got all of our receivers coming back. We got a lot of healthier guys coming back, so we have more of a full team, more targets for Love to shoot for right here. So I'm going to be conservative on this and whatever. I'm going to say it's going to be the Packers over the Bears 97-3.
You have to. I mean, we have to.
I told you I liked you, Jeff. This is what you give me in return.
Contractually
obligated to. We're trying to be nice fans here. And this guy with this score? I'm just joking.
Oh, no. Okay. No. All right, good.
Maxwell, what say you, my friend?
I got to ask Jeff one more question before I do. How have you felt about Love overall so far this year?
In the beginning, the first 2 or 3 games, I didn't have too much love for Love. And then all of a sudden we get into the 4th and 5th and 6th game, 7th game, and I'm liking the way he's throwing the ball now. The first few games, he was throwing them short. He wasn't throwing his long balls were lobbed up in the air. They weren't fast. I just didn't think he was going to be the quarterback we needed. And all of a sudden, it's like halfway through the season, it's just turned around. I mean, he's looking really good. I mean, he's connecting. I think the receivers respect him. He's got all these different targets now, and he just came alive. And obviously, numbers don't lie. You've seen the stats right now, and I can't say anything bad about it right now. We're just blessed that we have someone that could possibly be the next, future quarterback for us here.
Fuck this guy. No, Jeff. Like we said earlier in the show, man. I mean, Jordan Love's yardage this year he would be the best quarterback the Bears have ever had in history by stats. Right now, after his first season.
That's where we're at.
Makes me want to go drink some bleach real fast. Right now.
That's good. Yeah.
Man. With that all said, and how good the Packers looked last week, I'm going to go Packers 23, Bears 27. They're going to roll the momentum into Green Bay.
Yeah.
That actually is not a bad. I was just when I said 97.
Oh, we know that. You have.
I was going to say Packers by a touchdown. I was going to go 27-20.
If you didn't say 97-3, I was going to. So.
Yeah.
I was pretty close on the score this last week. I said 28-17. It was 31. I think the Bears' momentum is very high right now. I think Justin Fields, whether he deserves to be or not, knows he's still on the hot seat going into this game. And depending on how they end this game versus the Packers is going to be a decisive factor on the kid's future, whether it should be or not. With that being said, I think they're all going to be coming out playing 100%. Playing 4 fields, our defense is just unbelievable right now. I wouldn't want to throw to Stevenson or Johnson at either one of those corners right now. Montez Sweat's been a beast. Our defensive line's been picking it up, man. I'm going to go 24-16 Bears.
Regardless, I think it's going to be one hell of a slugfest game.
I hope it's just a good. I like watching a good football game. I don't want to see a slaughter fest. I don't want to see.
Right.
I don't want to see something that's not entertaining.
I think it's going to be a really good game. Both teams are coming in pretty healthy.
Yep.
Packers have to win. I mean, obviously, the Bears would love nothing more than that. I mean, short of like this, like the only way would have been better is the Bears didn't lose one of those games they should have won. This was like a game for the playoffs.
James Cole called it. Love 3 interceptions. You're here for it. It's happening, baby.
Well,
I think it's going to be a good game.
History shows that it's always been pretty close games and stuff. And the networks that are covering the games, they all want it to be a closer game because of the ratings. And so everybody's
325 game, more of a prime time. I mean,
sure, you're going to have
the Bears currently after last week now lead the NFL in interceptions. So I mean, our defense too going into that game. Jordan Love is going to have a good test on Sunday. I do know that for sure.
About to play at home.
Yeah. And I know Alexander's coming back now. He was suspended from last week, the stupid stuff he does or whatever. But we got Kraft coming back. And
my wife said, respectfully, you guys suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Just play. She's going to kill me. Oh, well.
She's going to know.
If it wasn't this, it'd be something else anyways.
Hey, it's a rivalry, remember?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to just being entertaining, like I said.
I want it to come down to the last possession. I want one of those kind of games where it's just a good slugfest all the way through.
Our percentages in those type of games are not.
I know, but still, I mean, it
doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the weather's going to cooperate too. It's supposed to be, I think low to mid 30s for kickoff.
For this time of the year, that's Xanadu. This time of the year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now, today up here, it's in the upper 20s or whatever, and that just feels like more weather what it should be right now. But it has been pretty mild this entire season.
I saw some burning orange thing in the sky today. I haven't seen it in like 2 weeks. I didn't know what it was.
What's up, I almost had to put my sunglasses.
Yeah, soak that vitamin D up.
Yes, sir. Well, Jeff, it's been an absolute honor having you on the show, man. It's been a ton of fun.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We all have shits and giggles. Bears versus Packers. We got to razz each other. It's the fun part about the rivalry all week. So
yeah, but I want to thank you too, Faz, for getting in touch with me early this season, whatever, and keep pushing this because your artwork that you put into this and the advertising, it's second to none. You just do a fantastic job.
Oh man, I appreciate it, but I got a team behind me. My Kirk Shuffling is on my team. He does a lot of the artwork.
Okay.
My buddy Juan Oso does artwork for the show. I do my own, man. So it's not just me, man. I got a team around me.
You got a good cartel.
People who make this what it is, man.
Yeah.
From the viewers to the people on social media to the people doing graphic artwork, dude. It's a whole team combination, man, from different places on social medias that host my episodes, like our episodes. It's crazy, man. It's been quite a season so far, but I definitely we appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, man.
No problem. Well, thanks for having me on or whatever. And like I said, let's hope for a good game and entertaining game, and may the best team win.
Yes, sir. All right. Best of luck on Sunday, then.
All
Frozen
right.
Tundra, it's been a pleasure, bud. And we'll see you soon down the road. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Adios, guys. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, sir. Dude,
I don't think we could have had a better fan to end the season with.
I've been so happy all year to have him on, and he messaged me on Tuesday. He's like, "Foz, you're not going to believe this. I'm sick." I'm like, "Fuck."
Get a bedpan.
I was like, "Can you take like Dayquil or something? Do you think you'll be better?" And blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "I'll get back to you tomorrow." And he told me, he's like, "I'll be okay. I'll be able to get through." And I was like, "Oh, thank God he didn't."
Get that double dose of NyQuil up in you.
Yeah, exactly. No, but dude, I did reach out to him early on this season, dude. Like, not against any other super fan. I was happy to have all of our super fans on this year, but he was definitely high on the list of the ones I really wanted to get on.
Why? That's no disrespect to anyone else we had, but that's a serious fan there. That's a different level.
Dude, what he goes through with that makeup and the artwork and everything. You could argue that's
the biggest fan of football right there.
Yeah. But like we talked about earlier in the show, guys, this is the end of the road for the season, and it's been quite the last 6 months. Fuck, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Maxwell, it's just been so much fun having you on the show, doing it with you. My wife's been super awesome supporting me through all this. I've had my fat family behind me all the way. Like I mentioned Kirk and Oso and everything they do for the artwork put into the show. My moderators, Big Mike, Deaf Bear, Doug, Antoinette, Alberto from Chicago Bears Fans Forever brought me on his page and opened his arms to me, dude, and that just blew the show wide open. And so many views and so many fans since that's been happening too. It's just been a blessing all around, and all my super fan friends, everyone who's been on this year, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. All the viewers, we have people in the UK, dude. There were people at the tailgate in the UK who told me that them and their UK Bears buddies are watching the show every week, dude, over across the pond, and
that's wild.
People in Mexico and friends in Italy.
Italy, yeah, I remember the Italy guys, yeah.
It's just been so crazy, man. It's been so awesome, and I don't think any of us planned it to be like this. I didn't think it was going to be like this at all. Like,
no,
I thought we were going to have some drinks and come on here and shit and giggle and call it a day, and maybe 10 people will watch it, and that'd be cool. And
yeah,
it just turned into something so much more, and it's been awesome.
Well, if I can have 20 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
It mostly is awesome because of you. All the amount of work you put into this is incredible. Like every week, how much hustling you do to advertise it everywhere you can, hit up as many people as you can. You're constantly doing work for this. You're constantly updating all the visuals. You're constantly doing everything. You do all the work for all the guests. You've hounded these motherfuckers as much as you can to get them on. And
I hounded them at first. Then they got to know the show, and they're like, okay.
No doubt. But I mean, that's all because of the work you put in. Like I'm just a nice passenger that gets to come along and say some things because all the work you do. So thank you and for all the work that you've done and letting me be on the show with you.
I appreciate it, brother. It's been a fun time, and we ain't going nowhere. This is just the beginning, guys. We got plenty of seasons to come. I made a fun little collage of everyone who's been on the show this year. Want to show you guys. This will be posted on my page. I'll be sharing this around to everyone. It just kind of takes in the entire season from all the different tailgates and all the different super fans and my First and 10 family and Bears stuff and just everything just kind of puts it together in one. And it's just been a fucking awesome, awesome year, guys. And just want to let you know how much we appreciate you. We're going to keep on doing the show. It's going to be a blast. And thank you guys for tuning in, because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. So on that note, you guys always know how I end the show. So as always, until next time, my friends, make sure to bear down, baby.
Thank you, and go Bears!